Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here, the final match that we are covering on the channel for day one of the Dubai Sevens. This one it's probably the match that I've been looking forward to the most throughout the whole day. It is going to be Fiji taking on Australia in the men's sevens. And this game, it doesn't affect who's going through to the quarterfinals, but it does affect who is going through at what rank, because Fiji and Australia both winning their first two games. And the big thing is, the teams that are going through to the quarterfinals at this stage, it is going to be as follows. Great Britain also going through. Kenya have been able to get through for points differential. Ireland able to get through for points differential as well. Then the USA, Argentina, South Africa, and then Fiji and Australia. They are the sides that are going through. It's going to be an exciting one. But 7 minutes till this game between between Fiji and Australia does kick off, and it is going to be very exciting. This is determining who is going to be finishing where on the table, so it is going to be exciting to see who gets who in the quarterfinals. We already know that Great Britain are going to be taking on the USA in their quarterfinal matchup, and we have got there Tosa Viti in the chat from Sebastian. Also, go Fiji, go, and there from it was Solo. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, your score predictions for this game between these two sides. Who is going to be able to get the win? And yeah, it should be a very exciting one. Australia, they are a tough side. They are not an easy beat, but both sides were actually pushed by Canada in this one. Canada playing very well throughout their later stages, but they are just talking to Tehran. Russia just able to get the win over the Fijiana women's side. So what does that do to the confidence of the men when they are on the sideline waiting for that game to be finished? But it's going to be a very exciting one, that is for sure. There's Dubai Sevens so far. We've only had a couple serious injuries, and I'm glad to see that it has only been a couple, because these sides, they're tough. You know, these guys and girls, they all go out there, they play with their hearts on their sleeves, and it is always a shame when you see a player get injured. So we've seen a couple stretch it off. But overall, the heat factor has probably played quite a huge bit in that one. I'm trying to hide my hair because it is not good at the moment. Fiji 24-12 to Australia for Sebastian's predictions. So he is going the Fiji side by 12. The big thing is they're defending champs here, Fiji. They will want to try, I guess the weird thing is they're defending champs, but they're not defending champs, because they're defending champs in regards of the last competition they took part in. They won the gold medal. It was the Olympics for 2020 in Tokyo. But the big thing is the last two competitions Fiji have not been a part of, and South Africa have been the side that have been able to win both of those. So they will have some unfinished business out there. They want to win this one. They want to qualify first, and they want to be able to get themselves in the position to be able to take that throne of South Africa when it is going to be coming up in only a few hours' time, or actually, 24 hours is when the final is going to be taking place, which is absolutely awesome. And hopefully it is going to be a very good spectacle. But I do thank you all very much for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like. Also subscribe, because we are going to be back tomorrow with more sevens action, and also the week after, where these games are going to be taking place in Dubai as well. So we've got plenty more action in the hot, hot desert. I see a cricket ground just over the way, and I'm not too sure which game is being played there, but we did get to see quite a few games take place in the UAE, for the Cricket World Cup, the T20, which was won by the Australians. So perhaps they will be wanting to continue that winning record in the Abu Dhabi region and be able to get themselves maybe a big win here over Fiji. But Fiji, they will not be stepping down. They will be fighting hard in this one, and they have got a side that definitely has the potential to win this one once again. The big thing here, though, they have actually got themselves 11 debuts that they are going to be having before the last game kicks off. Thank you for all the 7 streams today. I absolutely love these 7 fixtures as well. Says Sebastian, no worries, mate. I hope you guys have been enjoying all the way through the day. We have had George as a special appearance. Hopefully I can get him on for the live stream tomorrow as well, perhaps. But we are going to be covering the game between Manu Samoa, and also it will be the Barbarians. It's going to be a good match tomorrow when we do get to see it take place. The likes of Malcolm Marks, Dwayne Vermeulen, James O'Connor, you name it, they are on that Barbarian side. Marcos Muneta, a player who was absolutely outstanding for Argentina in the Tokyo 2020 games. He is going to be missing from that Argentine side. What is that going to do to the confidence of the Argentinians? They have been actually able to qualify pretty decently. They were able to get that win over the USA, I believe, if I'm not wrong. So because of that, they do qualify up there. And it's going to be exciting. Oh, sorry, it was actually a draw. So both sides received the 2 points, but Argentina qualifying top. But looking through at the side of Fiji, like I mentioned a little bit earlier on in the day, there are only 2 players from that gold medal winning Fijian side that are here in this match. 11 debuts. Huge number for the Fijians there, but it is going to be Nathunu, I believe is the pronunciation there. He's going to be one to watch out for in this one. Also, Rasaku has been playing pretty decently in the last couple of fixtures that we have seen for him. But then for the Australians, someone who's actually been stepping up pretty nicely, Meeks in the number 9 jersey. He's going to be exciting to watch in this one as well. Cheers, Amish and Sebastian, says David. And something that the Australians tried in the last match that did work out for them was that short kickoff. It did go nicely, and they were able to retain the ball. Fiji, I feel like they'll be a little bit more alert to little tricks like that. They have got quite a few up their sleeve. Definitely with that offload game, the Fijians are definitely not going to be taking the backward step when it does come to that kind of challenge of being able to try and slow down the Australians. But now at this stage, Maloof at this stage will be starting for the Australians alongside Hutchinson. Also, they have got Visai Kaki, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, and also Roach, Turner, Dowling, and Meeks in that starting line we have got there. Thank you for still being here, mate, as well. Says Sebastian here. David, you are well and truly up past, I guess, a lot of normal bedtimes in Kiwiland. We are sitting 4:30 a.m. here, but we did not want to miss this game. It was going to be a good one, and hopefully it does deliver in that regard, and we do get to see some very awesome rugby being played between these two sides, and I am looking forward to it. I hope that we get to see quite a few tries. I feel like it could be a high-scoring one between these two teams. But yeah, they are just showing the Fijians, the way that they play their rugby is very impressive. They just keep on going and keep on attacking. And if they can keep on doing that in this game, more than likely, though, something that we're seeing creep in just a little bit is that discipline side of it. We saw it for the Fijiana women's side. They were giving away a couple of penalties, and Russia were making the most of it, where they were able to get their win just before. But if the Fijian men's side, if they have hardly any handling errors, hardly any penalties against them, they will be able to probably dominate in terms of that position and be able to just outpace the Australians with the guys that they have got. Talatholo out on the Talatholo. Sorry, as the pronunciation. All of those times that I have got either the C in the Fijian name or the Q, I always mess it up a little bit. But Tipa, also one to watch out for, number 10 for Fiji. Remember the name because he is going to be exciting to see throughout this one as well. They are just showing how these two sides are sitting. Second seed Fiji versus the third seed Australia here. So it is going to be possibly a pretty close game. Now, Fiji only coming in at second due to the fact that they haven't been playing in the last couple of fixtures. But the last 5 meetings, 4 times Australia have lost up against the Fijians. And at this stage, there was actually Las Vegas. 2019 was the last time that they were able to get the win. 26 points to 15. But one thing is for sure, and 43-7 is a popular scoreline. 2 Pacific nations, both sitting at a terrible hours of this game. For this game, they seriously have to quit Middle East fixtures as well. Says Sebastian, yeah, we do have whole heap of random hours, that is for sure. But yeah, hopefully it will still be a very entertaining game between these two sides, and it will well and truly wake us up. I'm still trying to decide whether or not to watch the Gallagher Premiership. That does start in 4 hours' time. I feel like it wouldn't be a good idea, but it's also a tempting idea to be able to watch a little bit of the Gallagher Premiership. I probably wouldn't live stream it. I'll probably watch it from the comfort of my own bed. But both of these sides, they are ready to go. Fiji are going to have the ball in hand here for the start, and it is going to be exciting to see what they can do. We will put the scoreboard up 0-0 at this stage because the game has not kicked off yet, but it is time to go. Australia versus Fiji, two sides that play just a very attacking game of rugby, and it is going to be awesome seeing them come together. We have got their Love the Sevens Aussies wearing the new gold as well. It's looking very nice. It's almost extremely similar to the Wallabies kit, isn't it? And do that almost slightly darker orange, or kind of light, I guess you call it dark yellow / like really gold, I guess is a perfect example of what I guess I think about it. But AJ Jacobs going to be the charge or in charge of this game now. Between these two sides, it is going to be an exciting one. But ladies and gentlemen, anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like. Also subscribe to the channel because we are going to be back tomorrow with some more Fiji in action with the Sevens and also the Australians. We're going to be watching a few of their games, including the quarterfinals for both of these sides. But it is going to be now getting underway, the final match of day one of the Dubai Sevens. And it will be Fiji who will be kicking off this one to the Australians for their first opportunity with ball in hand. Unless, of course, Fiji get this one back. Not quite able to. I believe it was a knock on there from the Fijians, but it is going to be on the side of Australia now. They've got plenty of pace in that back line if they choose to use it, but instead now just marching it sideways. It is going to be the big number 1, Hutchinson, just throwing himself at the line. Fiji trying to get the turnover in the breakdown, not quite able to. Now Australia inside of their own 22 at the moment. It is going to be now a great step there from the number 2 in the end. He is on debut and he is ready to go for this important fixture for both of these sides. This pretty much, it doesn't matter who wins it in terms of the rankings, but it does matter because whoever does end up winning this one, it will mean that they are finishing just a little bit higher in the qualification process. Fiji now with the counter ruck, not quite able to get the ball out. It's still trapped in there. And is he allowed to grab it? No, he's not. It is still available for the Australians or Mexico as well. There's an assist And then also we have got their Fiji, one of the most dangerous teams in sevens test, given they are indeed. There's a little knock on there. And they are going to be now having the scrum feed for the Fijians. 6 minutes left in this first half. Fiji king of sevens as well, says a narcissist. Yeah, this stage, do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who is your prediction for the final? Myself, I would say Fiji versus South Africa is what it is going to be, and it is going to be a very exciting one indeed if that was the case. Any other side, though, definitely has the potential of making their way through. But Maloof just not quite able to get that one going there. He did knock the ball out of his hands, but now it is going to be the scrum feed now for the Fijians. And it was just another great tackle there, putting a lot of pressure on Roach there. Did end up knocking it on Fiji versus South Africa as well, says an narcissist. And I feel like that is exactly what everyone wants to see, due to the fact that it would be the sides who did win the Tokyo Olympics gold medal compared to the side that did win the Canadian sevens as well. But now Fiji going to be trying to go forward here. I need to focus on the game, mate. Do you want to find out how many seconds does the timeout last as well there? And now at this stage, it is going to be going back into the hands of Fiji, taking it nicely, and they have still got this ball in hand, but Australia fighting hard to try and get it back on their side. Now with a good attacking run there from the Fijians, trying to get straight in that breakdown, trying to counter ruck. Oh, it's going to be a loose ball there, and it's a penalty, though, to Fiji. And I was going to get that step easy as well. There's a narcissist, great step there for Fiji, only a couple meters short of the line now. That one is going to be in a very dangerous attacking position. It's a bouncing ball, taken nicely, beautiful offload on the outside, and it is the try to Fiji. He's lost his boot, but he scored the try 4 minutes 30 into this one. And Fiji, and also we have got their don't abuse it play, I don't take it back. So it's a step there. And the chat as well, but that one is going to be the opening try of the match for Fiji. Nicely done, scoring the try on the outside. Was it backwards? I believe it was, and it is going to be the try there for Fiji. And now they have struck very nicely in the early stages of this one. And also we've got there Tizchiki as well. And also we've got there the Japanese, obviously, as well as Sebastian there. And Japan, nicely done. The offload game of Fiji, I did mention how dangerous it can be for them. And they have once again proven that you certainly do not want to really let the arms free of a Fijian, because they will be able to really make the most of it. That one has missed out to the side, but still 5-0 now to Fiji over the Australians. And what promises to be a very exciting fixture. Australia not really having too much attack, not even being in the half of Fiji yet. But Fiji, they'll be looking to retain this ball. And it looks like they are going to be once again using, maybe it will be Avakarun Billy will be chasing this one. Has it gone 10? Yes, it has. And once again, the Fijians knocking it back onto the side, something that they do phenomenally. Off the kickoff now, trying to break the line. Finds the offload. Close to the touchline, he goes out. And it is going to be the line out now for the Australians. Hutchinson fighting for the ball. And it looks like it is going to be, does he take it quickly? No, he decides against it in the end. And it is going to be the line out now. And Hutchinson, he is going to have a big game here. He has got big thighs, for sure, for me. First Russian, second Polish, 3 English Chinese as well. Says Anasis there, but now it is going to be Turner with the ball in hand here, starting at number 7 here for the Australians. Now 3 minutes left in this first half, 4 English girls as well. Says Anasis there. And now Turner is going to be going. Where do they decide to go? They're going to the middle here, or do they? Going to be going back, taken nicely by the Australians, and Turner now fires it back out the back line here. Going to be taken nicely by Roach, trying to run it sideways, putting himself under pressure, and also putting the other Australians under pressure here. They are inside of their own 22 now at the moment. Good step there from the big number 2 there, which in this one is for Sarkaki, or Cake. Is it for Sarkake? I don't think I pronounced that name correctly to say myself, but now out on the outside, Hutchinson now with a great step there, looking a little bit slippery out there at the moment here. Between these two sides by Roach now, driving his way forward once again. It's going to be the penalty there for not being able to roll away. Takes a quick tap there. Hutchinson. They were back 10, and now it is going to be Meeks once again driving his way forward towards the halfway line. Still available now for the Australians. Can they fire back in this game up against the Fijians? Turner now has the man on the outside if he decides to use him, which he does indeed. Not able to find the offload, ball bouncing free, and it's available once again here for Fiji now. Looks like someone's trying to do up the boot. There's going to be the penalty though for Fiji. The Russian ladies are great. Still couldn't find out that lady's name on the thumbnail as well. Sebastian, I will have to try and do some research for you, mate, and be able to let you know. And on the halfway line at the moment here, Fiji once again going forward. Nice step, beautiful inside ball there. It's gone backwards, so and now bouncing back up for the Australians. Hutchinson trying to break through the tackle. 14 metres out now. And still going to be going forward here. It's going to be Maloof now on the outside. It looks like Australia just trying to find a way through. It's actually a yellow card to Fiji there. It's a yellow card to the Fijian, to the Australian, I should say. So they're playing with 6 men at the moment here. So if they can score now, that would be very impressive. Just jumping on the man. There wasn't a knock on. No, has done extremely well to be able to hang on to that. And also, we have got there for me the best is a conservative USA and conservative Russian girl as well. Nice step there. There's a big hit onto the Australians. They just keep on going. It looks like a bit of push and shove there between the two meets now. Going to be dragged down 50 meters out here for the Australians. Can they break the way through? There is a man extremely wide cutout pass into his hands now, but they just haven't quite been able to get through. Now they do. And Hutchinson, he's got the man with him, sells the dummy, goes himself looking for the offload. Great tackle there, though, from the Fijian. Now Roach once again goes back into the hands of Meek. Still a minute left. And Australia looking decent. Great tackle. Finds the offload. No, he doesn't. Bounces loose. Still available for the Australians. So Roach on the outside now. It's one-on-one. For its turn. He's turned the man inside out and he scores the try there for Australia. And they are now right back in this game. They've got a try with a man disadvantage here. Australia, they want to be able to qualify first. That is for sure. All men were extremely thirsty during today's streams. I don't know why as well. And I mean all of us as well. I mean, you've only got to watch that one with, it was Spain versus Australia, wasn't it, with George? He was well and truly going for it throughout that whole one, but it is a beautiful try there for the Australians to be able to get themselves back to an even playing field and a kick to come. Not going to be the easiest kick for him, but being able to nail it straight down the middle. And now it does mean that it is halftime and there is going to be another 14 seconds left of the yellow card, but Australia leading this one at halftime, 7 points to the 5. Will be interesting to see who is able to get the better of the second half. It's an important one for both of these sides. Both want to be able to get themselves a big win here and lead into that quarterfinal with momentum that is coming up in a very short moment. But as soon as we know exactly who is going to be in both the quarterfinal matches, the 4 quarterfinal matches, I should say, I'll be letting you guys know straight away. But do let me know who you are most looking forward to seeing play off and at the upcoming fixtures. We have Oscar there, Russian Simpio as well. There's an assist, and I think the beach volleyball streams would be too dangerous as well in the chat from Sebastian. And also we have got there Russian Simpio as well. There's an assist there in the chat, but the Australians, they have got the wallaby. The kangaroo on the sideline. I'm yawning once again here. And just keep on going at the moment because we are sitting in the middle of the night and Australia have got a decent lead here for their side. But it's more important that they just find a way to get the win. They don't need any other thing other than being able to just make sure that they do decently here. They've made 12 tackles here, Fiji, compared to the 4 of Australia. Only the 1 missed tackle per side. So that is something that is really stopping any real momentum forming for these two sides. But the Fiji side, they will have to dig deep here. They've got the man advantage for the first little while of the second half. Looks like there might have been a little bit of an injury there for the number 10 for Fiji. In the end, it was would have been Tipper, who they do not want to have injured because we've already seen a few. The volleyball stream would have level. It's about 1 billion since Kiwi lads as well. Says an narcissist, it certainly would. Which is why it's still a 50-50 of whether we would ever consider a beach volleyball one. But nonetheless, anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are going to be covering the quarterfinals matches tomorrow, which the first one starts at 7:28 p.m. New Zealand time. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Day 2 of 7 series coming tomorrow. As says Sebastian, it is indeed. I'm hyped up for it. Quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then we will not be able to follow the finals games because we will be doing the Barbarians versus Manu Samoa. Go Fiji, go, go. As well, says a narcissist there. Can they get the big one here, Fiji? They need a couple tries in a row. If they were to do so, it's taken nicely there by Fiji and straight away. Turner trying to get on that breakdown. But the Fijians, if they can break the line 1 or 2 more times, they will be able to possibly win this game by a few points. All looking for the offload. He ended up passing it back into his own face there. It's a penalty to Fiji, though, by Hutchinson leaving his feet. We'll definitely mention them in the chat. No worries as well. Says Sebastian there. Now it is going to be going out the back line once again here for Fiji. Nice overlap opening up here. Plenty of pace. Inside ball. Nicely done there. But it is a great tackle made by the Australians. They have only missed the 1 tackle so far, but they have been able to make quite a few as well. Now it is going to be the wide cutout pass. 1-on-1 defense there for the man on the number 8 jersey trying to make that tackle. He has gone into touch there. And it is nicely done there by Australia once again, trying to stop it in. Is there anyone else in the chat? Hello, as well says an answer. That's a good question. Anyone who is there, be sure to send us a message. Who do you think is going to be winning this game? The yawns just keep on coming. Unfortunately, there's going to be a big hit there. And now we're running up the middle of the field here for Australia, back in his pace, trying to find the wide cutout pass, not quite able to find it, not able to find the offload either. And now it is going to be Australia once again, looking around like I mentioned the last 4 times these two sides have played. Fiji have been able to get the win. Could this be different in Dubai for the Australians? Going to be passed back across field once again wide. Cut out pass from Malou straight into the hands of Hutchinson. Cuts back. Nicely good low tackle on him. No break in the line. Now finding the offload. Back in the hands of Maloof. They are still going here between these two juggernauts. It's a beautiful wide cut out pass there. And it is going to be the number 7. He scores the try, does he? He's going to be close. He is going to score it. And it's very nicely done. And it was in the end Dowling who was able to score it. Australia take the lead by just a little bit more now. And they are going to be leading this one 12 points to the 7. They seem like they're the fresher side out of the 2 here. And it is well and truly leading to them getting a few points. It will be better in Hong Kong as well, says Sebastian there. That's why I was saying to Hamish, both Fiji and Australia sitting at a terrible hour right now as well, says Sebastian there as well. And also we have got the any Fiji fans here. I don't believe so, but we might see a few on the replay when we do it a little bit later on. But of course on World Rugby, they are showing the whole match of not just this one, but every other match of the 7s that has taken place. I don't know what's happened. All of a sudden, the yawns are really kicking in. We are sitting 4:46 here in New Zealand. There is 4:28 left in this game, and Fiji at the moment are losing this game by 7 points. They need a try, and they need to convert it, and then they need another one, and probably want to convert that as well to have any chance of being able to beat the Australians who are in form at the moment. Good vibes, Hamish, as well in the chat from What's Crazy NZ. Welcome in the live stream. It will be better in Hong Kong as well there in the chat. I just swatted back there, but now it's going to be sitting up nicely for the Fiji, and he kicks it 40. Kicks it straight into touch, though. Big mistake there from the Fiji, and hello, Crazy Go Fiji as well, says an narcissist there. And it is chat as well. It is going to be the line out now for Australia on their own 22. Crazy Go to Vibes as well, says Sebastian there. But now Fiji, what can they do here? They need to make sure that they get themselves some form of points in a short moment now. But Australia, they will be open to win this game by a decent amount here, but we will, of course, have to wait and see whether or not that will be the case. It is going to be nicely now in the hands of Turner. We'll be throwing it in to the back, and it is taken nicely by Australia now inside of their own 22. One more try here would secure the game for the Australians with 3 minutes left, but if they don't get through, it's going to be danger. Good pace shown there by was Corey Toole there. Was able to have a decent run. Roach with a bit of a handling error. That's gone forward that time. And now it is going to be Fiji decide to take it quickly now, trying to counter straight away now with a bit of a step as well, going almost straight through. Great tackle from Australia, though, and they just keep on going. If they keep on making their tackles, they are not going to be leading Fiji through it. It's going to be just jogging now for the Fiji, and great step there with the fend as well. Wrestles down to the ground, find the offload now. And now Fiji finds the offload once again. Beautiful offload there on the outside. That is what Fiji are known for. And they're going to score the try. They probably wanted to run it in just a little bit closer to the post. It's going to be an important drop kick, but it is the goal, or it is the try, I should say, for Fiji. And now they are going to be sitting on the 10 points. Whoever takes this kick, it's going to be an important one. They want to be able to get it down the middle, but that was a brilliant offload in the end. They just keep going, the Fijians, and it was actually, in the end, Tipper, who was having a few injury problems sitting around that halftime mark, but now he is looking all right, and he was looking like he was completely fine. But it was a beautiful offload there from Talatholo, who was able to set him up nicely for the try there. We have got there was to replace the Olympic gold medalist for this summer as well. So many new players. Yeah, they have only got two players from that Olympic side. That one is missed from Fiji now. And because of it, it does mean that it is going to be 10 points to Fiji, 12 to Australia. But yeah, it is a tough decision to take so many men out of a side that wasn't good form. But I believe some of them might have been due to not being able to travel. And it's going to be a penalty there to Australia for not being able to roll away. But now, Fiji, it's going to be important for the middle stages of this one. It was Koina Kaivata, who was there, Fiji King of the Seven, Sebastian as well. Says an narcissist there, although at this stage, the Kings are now 2 points down heading into the later stages of this game. And it looks like Roach is going to be looking for the touchline here. 1 minute 30. So they're just trying to stall a bit of time here, the Australians, and try and close out this game with a bit of a win. There was almost Seb Satan, as well says Sebastian there in the chat. I mean, now it is an important one. Nick Maloof looking a little bit tired there for his side. They have been working hard. Can this be the first win for Australia in a game up against Fiji since 2019 in Las Vegas? It was a while ago, but they are looking decent to be able to do so. Yeah, Turner now throwing the ball and going to the back, taken, not straight there from the Australians, and Turner is not happy. Frustration on his face there. He did not want that one to be in the hands of the Fijians, but now at this stage, whoever wins this game, they will be getting to qualify just a little bit higher than the other. They are both through the quarterfinals, but only one of them can have the slightly easier contest, I guess you could say, and we will have to wait and see exactly who it will be, but we will be letting you guys know exactly who it is going to be in the quarterfinals at this stage. It is USA taking on Great Britain. That is the one confirmed fixture that we have got so far. Then it is going to be South Africa versus someone, Argentina versus someone, and then Australia. And also there will be going through in the end, it will be Australia, Fiji, Kenya, and Ireland are the 4 teams that are going to be making their way in. But now it is going to be Fiji. What was that? It was a little bit of a mistake. And now it is once again going to be the scrum feed for Fiji, now sitting 10 points to 12, 16 seconds left. Hope the Fiji have a few Aussies carried off on stretchers as well, Cicero. And yeah, this stage we have already seen 2 stretchered injuries, not in this game, but in general for these recent fixtures. So tell you what, there is going to be a lot of physicality out there. That's a little knock on there, was it? No, it's going back for the penalty now to Fiji. And they have got the opportunity of taking the quick tap. It wasn't from the mark. Probably a good thing because he did mess up the tap just a little bit. But now 6 seconds overtime here. And Fiji look like they are going to be attacking one last time. And this one, a try will win them the game. A penalty out of Bravo, win them the game on an offload. That is from the Fijians. And he's going to be scoring it. And that's going to be the game. Fiji steal it at the death. And they are going to be winning the game. So really, let's hope Fiji eat wallabies for dinner. And it was going to be Thuri, who was able to score the try. He scored the last try in one of the other matches as well. But now Fiji win this game, sneaking it at the death, and that changes things now in terms of where everyone was going to be finishing. But they have won this game by 5 points here by the looks of it, Fiji, and what was a very impressive performance from them, but they were able to fight back. But it was Rafiri who was able to score it there, and now that is the end of the game. Fiji win this one 17 points to 12, winning it by 5 points there. Congratulations, Viti, as well. Said Sebastian there in the chat, but nicely done by Fiji, just being able to win that one. So now we find out exactly what the standings are going to be heading into the quarterfinals. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get to see quite a bit of fun here for the later stages. So pretty much the games are going to be as follows. It is going to be, first of all, the first match, Argentina will be taking on Ireland in the first fixture. That is going to be the one at 7:28 p.m. Then the next game, it is going to be South Africa. They are going to be taking on Australia. That is a big game, ladies and gentlemen, that we are going to get to see. But it is going to be a very exciting one as well. Then the USA, they are taking on Great Britain. And then followed by this last match, 8:34 p.m. tomorrow, it is going to be it's going to be Fiji taking on Kenya as that next game. So that's going to be an even better one, perhaps, to close out the quarterfinal matches of the Fiji Sevens, the Dubai Sevens, but maybe Fiji will be becoming Sevens champs once again. If Australia played Longbottom, they would have won as well, says Mark Morris there. And also we have got there the winky face from Anastasis there in the chat as well. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. It has been a fun day of Sevens action. We've had many live streams so far. Anyone who does like a bit of an international podcast, be sure to check it out. It is the Rugby Down Under podcast. The link is in the pinned comment. And also be sure to check out the Kiwi Lad Sport channel, where we will be posting more sports content in a very short moment. But we have got the live stream tomorrow for the Sevens, and also Manu Samoa taking on the Barbarians in Rugby Union. Should be an exciting one, and we will be keeping you up to date with all of these fixtures that are taking place at the same time. But Fiji able to win this one, so now they are on a 5-match winning streak up against the Australians. Are you going to stream the Barbarians versus Samoa tomorrow? I am indeed, mate. It's going to be a very exciting contest, and that is going to be kicking off at 3:30 a.m. New Zealand time. So it is a late night, but we will be up for it, and we will be ready to go. Once again, cheers again for the streams. Can't wait for day 2 as well. Says Sebastian there, and also we have got the good Wallabies dinner tonight for Fiji there, and the chat from an narcissist. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all for day 2 of the Dubai Sevens. But Fiji, once again, doing very nicely. We'll be taking on Kenya in their quarterfinal match tomorrow. But thank you all very much for